All right, folks, listen. This is a live stream, and if you're watching this on a replay, and I've already finished this live stream, understand that if you don't see the live chat, it's because it takes hours, like 10, 12 hours for YouTube to process the video. Okay, so that's the reason you don't see it, but it'll eventually come up. So it's up to you whether you want to watch it now or I'm saying if you're watching this on a replay or when the live chat starts, after YouTube processes it. Man, I can't even talk. Listen, so basically, the reason I'm doing all these live streams is because it's easier for me to explain the the information that I'm showing much easier than it is on the when I do the pre-recorded videos. Okay, so like I said, folks, I'm just gonna be doing as many videos as I can, and I'm just gonna keep putting this information out till it's coming to the end. Like I said, I only have not too many more videos to do. Okay, so and after that, I'll just do live streams just to whenever there's some predictive programming or something like that. But anyway, so right now I'm going to show you why this queen and the reason her because next year, even though she's dead, nobody knows what's going on. It doesn't matter whether they're dead or alive. Their rituals and their birthdays still live on. Okay, so it because I told you, to them it's not they live through us. Like what I'm trying to say is that if they can send us to hell, that's their goal. It doesn't matter whether they're actually here or not. Okay, these people. All right, that's what this whole Elvis thing is about. All right, and but anyway, we don't even know if they're really dead or not. But the point is that these people are really important to this puzzle. Okay, because listen, for the people who don't know, I have two predictions that I've been predicting for the last 5 years. Same predictions, same dates, same everything. Okay, that something spectacular is going to happen on June 11th in Seattle. Okay, and after this spectacular event in Seattle, somehow Elvis becomes a part of that June 11th Seattle event. Okay, it's connected to Elvis because Elvis is the beast out of the sea. Okay, out of the sea in Seattle, and then my other prediction is that Trump gets his head wound on August 4th in Ohio. Okay, and he survives that head wound. Now, in this video, it's mainly about the connection to Seattle with this particular connection. You'll see what I'm saying. Okay, so let's get started with this king and queen. Where's my? Here it is. Hold on. So let me get it. Give me 1 second to set this up here. Give me 1 second. Okay, now I know right now you're going to think this doesn't mean anything, but you'll see in a moment why it's important. Okay, so I told you that prime numbers are super important to this puzzle, okay, also. So on June 11th, 6/11/2023, that's a Seattle event, okay? Now, if you take the prime numbers, the 6th prime number is 13, the 11th prime number is 31, the 20th prime number is 71, the 23rd prime number is 83. It equals 198. 198, okay? This is what's so important. You'll see why in a moment, okay? So 198. Now, so like I said, you'll see where I'm going with this in a moment. So you know that Seattle starts with an S, Snake starts with an S, Serpent starts with an S, Superman, it's got the S. Why is this so important, this S, okay? You'll see in a moment, like I said. So the S, I'm not going to, by the way, for the people who've never seen my video called Lucifer Loses His S Equals 19 Crown, you got to go watch that because I'm not going to show it in this video. I'm going to show you why this, I mean, what this is all about, this video, in a moment. So the letter S, okay, the reason that it's so important, look at this, it's 198, okay? And notice that the second one, the second row is 18, and that's Elvis's birthday, 18. Okay, now pay attention. And I told you that August 4th is the 216th day of the year, so you got the 216, and Trump was elected in 2016. But look, not only that, you have the 911 numbers, and if you turn this upside down, it's the 611. Elvis turns 88 this year. See, the S is the Superman. Elvis is the Superman. I told you that. If this was a 6, because, you know, you could turn the 9 into a 6 upside down. Elvis turned 88 this year, and it would be 611. And Elvis died on 8/16, and he was born on 1/8. It's all right here in front of you. And August 4th is 216. You have the 611 right there, 611. It's right there, everything. And look, the 8th prime number, Elvis was born on the 8th day. 8th prime number is 19. Okay? And the reason I was showing that, okay, because like I said, that 6/11/2023 equals 198 in prime numbers, okay? Yes, the 198 is super important, folks. Super important. Let me see what I got here real quick. It's the same thing I got. But okay, anyway, so what am I doing right here? I'm lost. I'm lost on what I'm showing here. I don't even know what I'm showing here. Anyway, you want to pause it later and look at it. I don't even know what I'm showing. Oh, I know what I'm showing. It has to do with the 2016, I think. Let me show you real quick what the 2016 was about. So, you know, Elvis, he died on 8/16, and 8:16 p.m. is 2016 on the clock. Okay, it would be 2016 on military time. 8/16 is when Elvis died, and 1620, which is the numbers backwards, 1620 is 420. And I told you Elvis died at the age of 42, and Washington's a 42nd state, and you have a crown. All these are crowns. Then the 162nd day of the year is June 11th. 216th day of the year is August 4th. The day, I told you, that's the day Trump gets his head wound. This is the day, the June 11th, Seattle, 162nd day of the year. Anyway, Elvis was born in the state of Mississippi, which is the 20th state. Elvis died in Tennessee, which is the 16th state. 2016, 1620, 162 for June 11th, 216 for August 4th, and a crown. You see what I'm saying? And the reason I was showing that is because I told you that the letter S has every number that Elvis needs, basically. He has a 216 for August 4th, 162 for June 11th, the 88. He's 88 years old this year. You have the 911. You have the 611. You see what I'm saying? Okay. It's all in his. It's right there in his thing, in his birth and his death. 88 years old this year. 6/11. Okay. And what else do I got here? Oh, even on the day he died, even if you look at this, it's the same thing. The Elvis's death date to Trump's head wound, 8/4. Look, it's 16/20, 2016. If you say the dates backwards, if you said 16/8, if you put the 16 here, 8 over here, 4, you know what I mean? If you switched it, it's 2016, same thing. 16/20. Okay, now, pay attention. So remember, we're talking about We're talking about the 819. Where's that piece of paper real quick? Hold on. Hold on, folks. Give me a second. So remember, we're talking about this, right? I told you the S equals 19 and 8, right? And I told you that 611 equals 198 in prime numbers, 611 2023, okay? And anyway, so that's what we're talking about. And the 8th prime number is 19, okay? So, and Elvis was born on the 8th day, and I just showed you that the letter S equaled 19.8, okay? Look, the Space Needle, wait a minute. For some reason, I'm going out of order here. I don't know what the heck's going on. I must have gone out of order somewhere here. So the Queen, she was born on 421. And from 421, if you go forward 8 months, 19 days, it lands on Elvis's birthday. That's the Queen's birthday right there. And that's the day the Seattle Space Needle opened, 421. What is this? Oh, the Queen died on 9/8. She was buried on 9/19. So from Elvis's birthday to 9/8, it's 8 months, 1 day. That's the 1/8 right there. And from 1/8 to 9/19 when she was buried, it's 8/19. What is going on here? You see what I'm showing you? It's the 8/19, the letter S equaled 19.8, and the second row was 1/8. And this is from Elvis's birthday to the day she was buried, Elvis's birthday to the day she died. Does that make sense what I'm showing? And I just told you that's her birthday. From her birthday to Elvis's birthday is 8 months, 19 days. All right. I hope. Let me regroup, folks, because I think I mixed a couple things up here. Hold on. Are you guys getting this so far? Yeah, to anybody who's new in the chat, welcome to the channel and God bless you. And yes, it's going to be very hard if you're new to the channel to fully grasp what I'm showing, but believe me, it's all important. Okay, so like I said, somehow I went out of order, but it'll come back in order in a moment. I don't know what I did here, but anyway, let me just keep moving. So instead of wasting time. So anyway, we know what we're talking about. We're talking about the 198, right? So from 9/11 to 3/26, and why is 3/26 important? Because that's the day the Seattle Kingdom was demolished. And when you say kingdom, it's like saying the kingdom. And I told you Seattle is in King County, okay? And Elvis was known as the king. And Seattle's in Washington. Elvis died at the age of 42. Washington is the 42nd state. But look, from 9/11 to the day the kingdom was demolished, the Seattle Kingdom, it's 198 days, okay? And that's a 611 connection, right? Remember? Let me show that. That way, because I have to keep reminding you. The 611 2023 in prime numbers equals 198, okay? So that's why I have to keep reminding you about the 198. And I told you the letter S equaled 19 and 8 on the top, right? Anyway, so back to this. So from 9/11 to 3/26, when the kingdom was demolished, it's 198 days. There's your 198. From Elvis's death date, Elvis died on 8/16 to 3/26, the day the Seattle Kingdom was demolished, is 2/23. So it's telling you 6/11, because the 6/11 2023 equaled 198 in prime numbers, and it's 2/23. This year is 2023, and this year for the prime number was for the prime numbers for 6/11 2023 were 198. You get what I'm saying? Because it's the year 2023 also. So it's right there. From Elvis's death to the Seattle Kingdom, from 9/11 to the Seattle Kingdom. You know, it's giving you clues, right? Now, pay attention. Like I said, it's the Georgia Guidestones. 1980 it was built. 198. with a crown. That Rishi Sunak dude, who was the London Prime Minister, whatever the hell he is, 198, he was born with a crown. Elvis in 1980, 198, with a crown, 45 years old. He turned 45. And guess how Elvis has been dead now? 45 years. You see what I'm saying? It's all about the 45. Elvis has been dead for 45 years. 198. He's been dead for 45 years now. And from 611, if you go forward 197 or 198 days, it lands on Christmas Day. So there's a connection to, whatever. Listen, I'm not going to argue with people about what day Jesus was born. I don't want to hear it. And I don't want any arguments in the chat about it. Nobody knows, so please don't talk about it. There's a reason why 1225 was chosen, okay? Because it's an important date with numerical, okay? Now, the reason that 197 is so important, because I told you Elvis has been dead for 45 years and Trump is the 45th president, right? Okay? And notice that even, because I told you Trump's going to get his head wound on 8-4. The 8th prime number is 19. The 4th prime number is 7. There's your 197. The 45th prime number is 197. Okay? I was just showing that because 197 is so close to 198. You know what I mean? They're both connected. Okay? And why am I showing this? I don't know why I'm showing this, but look. JFK was the 35th president, and Donald Trump is the 45th president, right? And JFK, Elvis was born in the year 35, and when he was 35 years old, it was 197, and I told you the 45th prime number is 197. So the 45th prime number is 197, and Elvis was 35, JFK was killed. JFK was the 35th president. Trump is the 45th president, and the 45th was the 197. That was the 197 year when Elvis turned 35. And the 45th is when Elvis turns 45 in the 198. You see what I'm saying? 197 with a crown, 198 with a crown, 45, 35, 35th, 45th. And Elvis has been dead for 45 years now. Okay, from when he died. I hope this makes some sense, okay? And listen, now I'm just going to show a couple of, miscellaneous things before I show some more connections. This, like I said, this is just meaningless right here. The first time CNN aired, they said it aired on 6/1/1980. There's your 611 across, but the 198, that's what we're talking about right here. Because that's the year Elvis turned 45, and then you have the 19-8 with a crown. And the area code is 30303. Look at that. For that place. That's what Google says for the first time it aired. And I told you that that we're in between the years 22 and 24, and Grover Cleveland was the president 22 and 24. He skipped 23. And the 23rd president is the one who founded Washington, the state of Washington. And we're in the year 23. Anyway, from Grover Cleveland's death in 1908, there's your 198 with a crown again. He died on 6/24. And on the Julian calendar, 6/24 is actually 6/11. Okay, but look, it's from 6/24, 1908 to 8/4, the day Trump gets his head wound. It's 42,045. Elvis died at 42 years old, and it's 45 years later that Trump gets his head wound and that the Seattle event happens. You have two different events. You know what I mean? 6/11 and 8/4, right? Anyway, that was just miscellaneous, but here's where it's important. You remember I told you that we're talking about the 8/19 and 19/8, okay? Because the 6/11/2023 and prime numbers equal 198. And the 8th prime number is 19. Elvis was born on 1/8/35. Bill Clinton, he was born on 8/19/46. From Elvis's birthday, the exact date to his exact birth date is 42 days. Look at that. 4,242 days. And Bill Clinton was the 42nd president. Elvis died at age 42. Washington's the 42nd state. Please tell me how this is possible. How is this possible? That I've shown this 100 times, but the point I'm trying to make is when you grasp the magnitude of what you're seeing, because remember, you can make these dates backwards. In the UK, they say the date, the 1901st. So it would be 1908, the 198. Which is what I've been showing you, and we're in the 46th president right now, Biden. So 198 is 2023, the 46th president. The 6/11/2023 equaled 198. You had the 4242 from Bill Clinton, who was the 42nd president, from Elvis's birthday to Bill Clinton. Come on, folks. Is there anybody who can't grasp that? It's absolutely impossible what you're saying. Okay, let me just talk to you guys before I move on. Okay, hold on. I'm just reading something there. Hold on. All right, so let me just move these cards out of the way. All right, let's get the next batch of cards out. Like I said, I'm just going to shoot through this stuff. You're going to see why I'm talking about the Queen and the Prince in a moment. See, I know what I did. I went the wrong way, folks. Now I realize, I think, what I did here. Something is missing here. I don't know what it is. I'm missing something. This is unbelievable. I'm ready to lose my mind, folks. What did I do here? Give me a second. What the heck did I do? Oh, there it is. Oh man, no wonder. See, I told you I had went in the wrong order with the cards. It doesn't matter. That information's still good, but I just went in the wrong order. Let me go back now. Okay, now you're gonna see why that Queen and Prince thing was all about. Okay, so remember, like I said, that the prime numbers for the date for 6/11/2023, the Seattle event, this is what the prime numbers are. It equals 198. Okay, for 6/11/2023, right? 198. Okay, now. Sorry, folks. Like I said, this is so complicated, man. It's driving me nuts. So the Queen, she was born on 4/21, okay? Her birthday is going to be celebrated this year on 6/10 in 2023. Last year it was on 6/11. See, her birthday celebrated on a different day. She's born 4/21. 6/10 is going to be celebrated this year. Prince Philip's birthday is 6/10. Okay, so both birthdays are going to be celebrated on the same day this year, right before the 6/11 event, okay? Now, and they're both dead, okay? Supposedly, right? Now, check it out. How old would they be right next year? How old are they going to be? Prince Philip would be 101 years old. Queen Elizabeth would be 97. 198, you see? You see how the ritual is living on right here? And, you know, the King Charles and the Elvis has a connection too. See, that's what I'm trying to show you here. That this is a very important thing that's going on. Okay? Now, what is this? Let me see what I got written here. Well, okay, first of all, you know the year 2023, I told you it has the Antichrist number. The Antichrist equals 154, and the prime numbers for the 2023 equals 154. And if you add the 43, which is the 20 and 23, it'd be 197. The 45th prime number is 197. Elvis has been dead for 45 years, and Trump is the 45th president. Now, from Elvis's birthday, January 8th to 9/7, and the reason I'm saying 9/7 is because of the number 97, because the Queen is going to be 97, right, this year. The 97 is very important, okay, because she's going to be 97. So from 1/8 to 9/7 is 7183 days. That's 19 years, 8 months. Look at that. 7,183 days is 19 years, 8 months. There's your 819, 19/8 for the 198. And look, the 2023 prime numbers is 7183, 7183, and it's to 9/7. And this is the year the Queen turns 97. Okay, and it's 19 years, 8 months, the 198 for 6/11/2023 equaling 198, right? This thing. The prime numbers for 6/11/2023, 198. Okay, I know it's complicated, folks, but I hope you guys can grasp what I'm showing. And Prince Philip, you know, he died on 4/9/2021, and to the 6/11 event, it just so happens it's 2 years, 2 months, 3 days. So that's interesting right there. 223, because it's 2023, get it? And I told you that if you add up 2021, 2022, and 2023, it's 6066. It's the 666, those 3 years, if you've watched my recent videos. And from 4/9/2021, the day Prince Philip died, to 8/4/2023, the day Trump gets his head wound, look at that. 8/4, I told you Trump gets his head wound on 8/4, and then on 8/8 he comes back. He heals from his deadly head wound. 8/4, and then there's another 8/8. That's interesting. And you remember the Queen's funeral? The Queen's funeral card, the number on the plate was 4597. The 97th prime number is 509. The 45th prime number is 197. If you add that up, it's 848. You see that? There's that 848 number again. With that, you'll see why the 97 is important in a moment. So remember, I told you that their birthdays equal 198. This year's birthdays, how old they're going to be. And I told you that the Seattle event, the prime numbers is 198. I'm just reminding you about the 198. And Seattle, why am I showing this? Oh, because of the 101. Why am I showing this? Because I think that he's going to be 101 years old, because I was showing you what the 97 was important, because she turns 97, he turns 101. Seattle is 8219, and the 101. Why am I showing this? See, sometimes I write things down, I don't even know what the heck I'm showing. Prince Philip, he's 101 years old. God equals 26. The 26 prime number is 101. So I guess that's why I was showing the 101. And you know, the word Seattle equals 82. And if you add the crown, because I told you the O is a crown, it's the 15th letter of the alphabet. 82 plus 15 is 97. You see? There's that Queen number, 97. Okay. I'm just, like I said, folks, I'm just shooting through a bunch of stuff here. Prince Philip, he's born on 6/10. You have the 611 across there, 6 and then 101, you see? I was just showing you something with that. 61 years old, the Space Needle this year. on, it turned 61 this year on 421. And this is the date open, 42162, the same day as the Queen's birthday, 421. And it's going to be 61 years old. The 18th prime number is 61, and Elvis is born on 1/8. Okay, so that's another interesting clue there. Okay, what is this? Yeah, the Space Needle opened on 42162. The Queen was born on 42126. I told you the 26 prime was the 101, remember? And Prince Philip turns 101 this year. 2662. The word Queen equals 62, 26, 88. All right. And here's something interesting right here. See, this should tell you that there's no way these are coincidences. Seattle equals 82, okay? The Space Needle opened on 421, and the Queen was born on 421. The 82nd prime number is 421. Now you tell me, you think these are coincidences? You're just dumb if you believe that. Look what I'm showing you. The Queen's born on 421. The Space Needle opens 421. Seattle equals 82. The 82nd prime number is 421. Come on. Come on. No way. And I told you that if you wrote the date like this of the opening day of the Space Needle, 42162, if you separate the numbers, Elvis died at the age of 42, and Washington's the 42nd state, and 162, that's June 11th, the 162nd day of the year. You see what I'm saying? Even in the date, it tells you what's going to happen. Washington on 6/11. And what is this? Trump was born on 6/14. 6 times 14 equals 84. That's the day he gets his head wound, 84. Queen was born on 421. The Space Needle is 421. It opened. 4 times 21 equals 84. So there's another 84 connection. Even the date, you see? And how about this one? Washington, you know, his original birthday was 2/11, 1731, but they changed it to 2/22, 1732. And by the way, 2/11 was the 42nd day of the year, but they changed it to 2/22. From 2/22, 1732 to 3/26, the year 2000, the day the Seattle Kingdom was demolished. Look at that, 97,907. 97. Remember, I was just telling you about the 97. The Queen turns 97. And that's to the Seattle Kingdom demolition from George Washington's birthday, because Seattle's in Washington. Now check this out. The word perfect, okay? And the word kingdom, not kingdom, but kingdom, because God's kingdom is perfect. Perfect equals 7337, and I told you the 73 is the EL number. It looks like the letters EL, the number 7337. And it's perfect. It's the exact same as the word kingdom, okay? I can show you a few other things, but right now I just want you to concentrate on this. 73, 116, and 7337, okay? For the word perfect and kingdom. Why am I showing that? Because look at this. From the Queen's birthday to the Seattle Kingdom demolition, from the Queen's birthday to the Seattle Kingdom demolition was 73 years, 11 months, 6 days. From the Space Needle opening date of 4/21/62, because it's, you know, same as the Queen's birthday, but in 26. From the Space Needle opening date to the demolition of the Seattle Kingdom is 37 years, 11 months, 6 days. Look at that. 73, 11/6, 37, 11/6. That's just like the word perfect. It's 73, 116, and 37, 116. It's just that the 35 is missing. You know, the only thing that you don't see is the 35 in this equation. 73, 11/6, 37, 11/6. You see what I'm saying? I hope you guys understood that. Now, check this out. So I told you that Elvis is 88 years old this year, and King Charles right now is 74 years old. He's going to be 75 on 11/14, but my predictions happened before that. So he's still going to be 74. So if you take their two dates, it's 162. June 11th is the 162nd day of the year. And on leap year, June 11th is the 163rd day of the year. So it would be, if when King Charles turns 75, it would be the 163 this year on 11/14. So it still works because it would still be June 11th, 162 or 163, because it's on leap year, it's the 163rd day of the year. Okay. Now, I told you how important the year 2022 and 2023 is, because it's like, I'm not going to get into it now, but the prime numbers for that is 449 and 457. And look, the 9 and 7 are in the end. 97, the 44, 45. Trump is the 44th person to become president, but the 45th actual president to take office. And Obama was the 44th president, and he was born on 8/4. That's the day Trump gets his head wound. Okay, it's all connected, folks, all of it. And for the people who don't know, I created a month chart that instead of like, if you went from January to December would be the 12th month, instead of starting from 1 again, you go to 13. So it would be the first month is January, then the 13th month, and the 25th month, and so on and so on. Just go 12 months over and over. And then the ninth number down would be 97, the 97. So if you take the 1 and the 97, you get the 197. The 45th prime number is 197, and 19. The prime numbers for 1 and 9 is 223. Look, folks, I know this is just confusing, but and the reason I was showing you that, because the 19 is the letter S, 19, and it's 2023, 19, 19. What is this? From Elvis's birthday to the day the Space Needle opened is 9,966 days. Look at that. It's the ninth, it's like the upside down 66, 66. It's like the circle, 69s. The word twin equals 66. So it's basically like two twins, And if you add that, you add these numbers up, it's 529. That's JFK's birthday, 529. He got the head wound. You add the years up, is 97. The Queen turns 97, like I said. See, some of this information is not necessary, folks. And you remember that chart I was just telling you about, the January chart? If you went down the January chart all the way to the 45th number down, it's 529. That's JFK's birthday. 45, get it? 529. And Trump is the 45th president. And JFK got the head wound. Trump's going to get a head wound. 529. Elvis has been dead for 45 years. Elvis was born in January. That's why I was showing you the January chart earlier. I forgot to mention that. And the 45th number down is 529, JFK's birthday. Come on. And let's get back to this real quick. So remember, I was telling you that Elvis is born on the 8th day. The 8th prime number is 19. So the letter S, see, the letter H is 8, 9. It's the same numbers. So basically, the backwards number of S is H. H is S, S is H, if you went backwards in the alphabet. And that's why the H is 819 and the S is 198. Same numbers. So, because H is the 8th letter, basically. That's what I'm saying, so it's important. S and H. And, hold on. Like I said, I didn't really want to show all this information because a lot of it is, just a bunch of blather or blabber, whatever. I don't know. It's too much information. You know what I mean? Let me see what you guys are saying here. Hold on, folks. I'm just going through the chat. I'm trying to catch up, and then I'm going to start up again. Okay, God bless all of you. Appreciate, you guys are with me here. Okay, let me see what I have left here. Let me just see which one's the more important info here. I'll save that one for last here. Let me just take some water. Okay. Like I said, folks, not everything is important. I'm just throwing out all this information because I researched it. I might as well show it, So not everything is going to be good info. Like this is not so important, but I'm going to show it anyway. The Beirut explosion, and I was born in Beirut, Lebanon. The Beirut explosion was the biggest explosion we've ever seen on television, okay? And it happened on 8/4/2020. Elvis died on 8/16/77 to 8/4/20. It was, I think it was actually 42 years and 11 months and some days. And Elvis died at the age of 42. Washington's the 42nd state. But look, if you add up those numbers, it's 162 with a crown. And then the 97. There's that 97 again. You see what I'm saying? The Queen turns 97 this year, and June 11th is the 162nd day of the year, and a crown. All right. So check this out. So remember, I told you 97. The Queen turns 97 this year. The 97th prime number is 509. September 11th is 254th day of the year, and on leap year it's the 255. You add it up, you get 509. You see? Even that's connected, right? And why is this important? Because see, remember I told you about the EL, right? Which is the 37 or 73 numbers. You can turn the numbers around. It would look like the letters EL, which means the word God in Hebrew. So check this out. From the first of the year to 4/7, it's not so important the date, but from 1/1 to 4/7 is 97 days, which is 3 months, 7 days. So 97 days is 3/7, which is the EL. And if you went from the 3/7, the date 3/7, to forward 97 days, it lands on 6/11. And now if you take that 3/7, which is the EL number I told you, and make it into a prime, the 97th prime is 509, the 37th prime is 157, it equals 666. You see? So you have a 666 connected here because it's the 37 and the 97. 37, 97 connecting to 611. It's the 666, you see? And up here, that's just a percentage of 97 days. It's 2658. God equals 26. Father equals 58. And speaking of 3797, I was just showing you the 37 and 97, which the prime numbers equaled 666. For Elvis's death date, 8/16/1977, if you took all the numbers, the prime numbers, it would equal 528. The 528th prime number is 3797. And I just showed you that 3797 was 666. See it? 37th prime number and 97th prime number is 666. It's just interesting that, why did that number have to be, add up like that for his death date, Elvis's? And then what is this? Oh, here's something interesting. If you put a crown on Seattle, I told you it equals 97, but look, it equals the exact same as the word New Satan. New Satan. Uh-oh. What happened to the old Satan? Look at that, New Satan. It equals the exact same as O Seattle. Uh-oh. Anyway, what else we got here? From Elvis's death date, August 16th, you go forward to 9/7. It's either 22 days or 23 days. And I told you that 22 and 23 years is so important because it equals 45. The 22nd prime number is 79. The 23rd prime number is 83. It equals 162. June 11th is the 162nd day of the year. And Elvis has been dead for 45 years and Trump is the 45th president. You see? It all comes together like a perfect puzzle. All right? And you know, this year is 2023. From 223, the date, to 9/7 is 197 days. The 45th prime number is 197. Elvis has been dead for 45 years and Trump is the 45th president. You see what I'm saying? And it's connected to the 9/7 because the Queen turns 97 this year, 2023. And it just so happens that Princess Diana died in the year 1997. 8 plus 3, 1, 8, 4. 3, 1, 3 plus 1 is 4. I mean, you can make an 8, 4 with that. But anyway, it's the year that I was looking at. And look, her name is Di. 36 years old, huh? Of course, you know, I'm not saying that I believe that, the death. What is this? Oh, I don't know why I showed this. This is not that important, but from 1/8 to 6/11 is either 154 or 155 days. The 155th prime number is 907. It's the 97 right there. Like I said, some of the information is not that important. Elvis died on 8/16, 1977. 8/16 is the 228th day of the year. From 8/16 to 2/28 is 197 days. The 45th prime number is 197. Elvis has been dead for 45 years. Trump is the 45th president. I'm just saying, it just lines up, you know, it just lines up so perfectly. Some of it is just a coincidence. I understand that, okay? But some of it is not. And remember, Elvis, I told you from Elvis's birthday, it's either 154 or 155 days to 6/11, which is the Seattle event. This is the more important number, the 154, because it's the Antichrist number, 154. That's what it equals. And if you add Elvis's death date, 8/16, to the 154 Antichrist number, look, it's 97 with a crown. The Queen turns 97 and she got the crown. You see what I'm saying? Everything I told you is for Elvis, this rituals. He's the head of Skull and Bones, okay? Look, from Elvis's birthday, the day he's born, to 6/11 this year, look at that. You have the 97, which I just showed you, and you have the 322. He's the head of Skull and Bones. That's Skull and Bones number, 322 with 97. You see? I'm sure that's just a coincidence, right? And why am I showing this? Okay, from Elvis's birthday to from the first of the year to 8/16 when Elvis died, is 7 months, 16 days. And 7/16, the date, is the 197th day of the year. And I think on leap year would be the 198th day. And anyway, the 197th has to do with the 45th prime number and the backwards. Look, it's the backwards date of Elvis's death, 8/16. That's how many days remain. 8/16, 8/16. And 7/16 to 2/23 is 223 days. Look at that. Because I told you there's 7 months, 16 days from the first of the year to Elvis's death date. I was just showing, look, folks, I'm just showing you the connections to everything. That's all I'm doing here. And notice that the 9 is the upside down version of this. So 719, 197. I mean, this is a 6, but it can be upside down, the 6 and 9. Anyway, like I said, I'm just showing nonsense right there. What am I showing again here? I already showed this, but from Elvis's birthday to 9/8, the day the Queen died, it's 8 months, 1 day, and Elvis is born 1/8. You have the 116 right here, if you add these up right here. And from the first of the year to 9/8 is 8 months, 8 days. Elvis turns 88. And then from 9/8 to 1/1, again, it's 116 days. And I told you that Elvis, he died on 8/16, and he was born on 1/8. And he's 88 years old. It's right there and everything. You see what I'm saying? He was born on 1/8, died on 8/16. He's 88 years old this year, and 6/11 is the Seattle event. All right. My hand's about to fall off. I have one more stack of cards to show, and that's it. Anybody who got in late to the chat, just watch it from the beginning. Because I'm going to leave the video up, so don't worry about it. God bless everybody. And I still have, like I said, I still have like 10 more cards here. I'm just going through the chat here, and then I'm going to start again. Someone's saying something about the BP oil spill, and they're saying it happened in 97. I'm not even sure, but I talked about that before because of the BPO. BP is 216. The second letter, and then P is the 16th letter. That's the 216 number with the O, with a crown. BP oil, 2160. Anyway, what else we got here? Oh yeah, that's right. The numbers 7 and 16 equals 7, 7. That's right. 7, and then 1 and 6 equals 7. Good catch, yeah. All right, I caught up to the chat, so let me show the rest now. Let's get this over with, folks. Now pay attention, because some of these are important information, so pay attention, okay? Hold on, give me a second to set this back up. So remember, I told you that the event this year, hold on. Sorry about that. Okay, the event this year, the prime numbers for 6/11/2023 equal 198, and I told you that the 198 is so important, and I was also showing you how it's connected to the letter S, you know, with the 198, the letter S, because like the Superman, it equals 19.8 and everything else that I showed earlier. Okay, like I said, if you got in late to the chat, hold on. Where am I? Okay, this is the next thing. I've got so many cards in front of me, folks. I don't know what's what. Okay, so here it goes. Remember, we were talking about the 198. Look, the words the resurrection equals 198.81. Look, it's the 198. It's 190. Man, whoever this person is won't leave me alone. 198. What in the hell? I'm getting distracted, folks. Sorry. Anyway, 198 is the 6/11/2023 thing, right? The prime numbers, the resurrection. Look at that. And the reason I'm showing that, you'll see why in a moment. Because the words resurrection, you see that? Resurrection equals, oh man, I'm about ready to lose it. Resurrection equals 165, And then the second row, the reduced number is 66, which adds up to 231. Okay. And why am I showing this? You'll see why in a moment. But the 165 and the 166th day of the year is June 14th, Trump's birthday. You see what I'm saying? Trump is actually born on the 165th, 166th day, if it's a leap year. And he's the one that's going to resurrect, right? On August 4th, he gets the head wound and then resurrects on 8/8. 165, 166, 165, 166, 614, resurrection. I think, yeah, I'm sure that's just a coincidence, right? Oh, and anyway, what I was showing was, this is what I was trying to show. Oh man, I'm about ready to lose it. So I was showing you the 231, right? The 231 for the for resurrection. Look, if you put a crown on Elvis Aaron Presley, it equals 231. And if you wrote the words 216, it equals 231. And 216th day of the year is August 4th. And Elvis Aaron Presley, his full name equals 216 without the O. Like if you took the O out, his name would be Elvis Aaron Presley would equal 216. And then add the O because it's a 15 letters. So it's 216 plus 15 would be 231. And the word 216 equals 231. I'm just saying, it's all connected. All right. And look, check this out. Remember I was telling you about the 19/8? I told you that the 6/11/2023, the prime numbers, I told you it equals 198 for this year for 6/11/2023. Hold on. It equals 198, right, for the prime numbers. And it just so happens that 1/1 to 8/19. And remember, you can switch the dates around because in the UK, they say the month and the day first. So it would be 19 over here and 8 over here. It would still be that equation. So from the 19th day to the 8th month, 198 is 231. And I just showed you that all the 231 connections with the word resurrection and Elvis Aaron Presley with a crown. And what is this? So I told you the Antichrist equals 154. So from Elvis's birthday to June 11th is 154 days or 155 days. And if you take the 155 number, put a crown on it, it equals 231. Because 155 is the first number in gematria that equals 216. That's why if you put a crown on 155, it would be 231 because it equals 155 equals 216. And then you put a crown, which is the 15th letter, is 231. But what I'm saying is that 155 is the first number in gematria that equals 216, and it just so happens it lands on 6/11 from Elvis's birthday. Hold on a second. All right, what else was I going to show? Okay, so we're talking about the 819 or 198, you know? From Elvis's birthday, if you went forward 819 days, it lands on 4/5. And I told you Elvis has been dead for 45 years. Trump is the 45th president right now. Okay? That's why it's so important. And from Elvis's birthday to 4/5 is 88 days. And Elvis turned 88 this year. Look, you see what I'm saying? All this stuff I'm showing you? From 1/8 to 4/5 is 88 days, and 1/8 to 4/5 is also 819 days. Okay? Now pay attention. From Elvis's birthday to 8/19. Remember, you could switch the dates around. It can be 8/1 to 19/8 because in the UK they say the dates backwards. You get what I'm saying? And it's 4,973 days. The 666th prime is 4,973. Okay? I'm just showing you all the connections that are here, that connect to Elvis and that number of 8/19/19/8. Now, I've been telling you, because Seattle slew Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown the year Elvis died in 1977. A horse called Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown. And look at this. If you put 3 crowns, because the letter O's are crowns, O, with the word Triple Crown, look, it equals 198. And even a 1-8 in the back and an 8-1 here. Look at that. The resurrection equals 198.81. 198.81 for Triple Crown with the 3 zeros. And Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown in 1977, the year Elvis died. Okay. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. It's and they call they call it the crown jewel, because horse racing is known as the sport of kings. And Elvis was known as the King. Seattle's in King County, right? The words "the crown jewel," and by the way, I live in Jewel City, Glendale, California. It's called the Jewel City. Got the EL for God and the Jew. Anyway, the crown jewel, this is what it equals. And I want you to pay attention to this number, because I showed you that if you look at these numbers, this is what it looks like. 16, 16, 22, 23. And I told you guys about the PP, right? Elvis, the 16th letter of the alphabet is the P, so it's the PP. And if you went forward from Elvis's birthday 1,616 days, it lands on June 11th. And I told you how important the 22-23 year is. So it's the 1616 to the 22-23. And well, it also connects to I'm not going to get into it right now. It's too complicated. I don't have the cards ready. But anyway, so that was the word, the crown jewel without the S. Now the crown jewels, it's with an S now. The crown jewel with an S. And I told you how important that S is, because the S equaled 19.8. You remember? I told you that letter S by itself equaled 19 and 8. And the crown jewels equals this number, okay? So it has the 198 backwards, and it's got 1-8 in the front with a crown, Elvis's birthday, right? But why is that important? Because it connects to what I was showing you earlier with Triple Crown and the resurrection, right? Because Triple Crown has 198 and 180. Resurrection is 198.81. So the Triple Crown with 3 crowns is the exact same as this number almost. It's just one number off. But it's like the Triple Crown with 3 crowns is the same as almost the crown jewels. And I told you that Elvis, it's all connected to George Washington. George Washington's death date, okay, to the day Elvis got the crown, and you're going to see what I'm talking about in a moment for the people who don't know. I mean, most of you know what I'm talking about. So from George Washington's death date to the day Elvis got his crown day, it was 154 years, 4 months, 7 days. And I told you the 15th letter of the alphabet is the O, and the 15th prime number is 47. So basically this is telling you it's a crown, the 47. So 154 years, and then with a crown, because the 15th prime number is 47. But anyway, look, so it's 154. That's the Antichrist number. 45.21% is left, and that's Trump's birth date. From the first of the year to 6/14 is 45.21%. So it's telling you the Antichrist plus 45.21. And that's to Elvis crown day, because Elvis is connected to Trump. I told you that. Trump is the replacement twin for the supposed twin that died at birth that Elvis had. Okay? So it's all connected here. And the reason I'm bringing that up, that crown day, because look, crown day was 4/20. And that's the 42 with a crown. The day Elvis started working at Crown Electric, he got the crown on that day. That was the equation I just showed you. And if you put April 20th into the gematria calculator, look at that. it equals 180, 72, 198, 81. It's got the 198 number and the 81, because I told you the letter S equals 19818. It's almost the same numbers as the letter S. So April 20th is a 42 with a crown, and look at what it equals. April 20th, it equals the exact same basically as this. Look, it's the backwards of triple crown. Look, 3 crowns, triple crown. If you wrote all that in there, it's 198, 81, 180, 72. Same numbers, but backwards. You see? Anyway, so April 20th is the crown. What's the chance of that happening? So on crown day, it's connected to the triple crown and the resurrection. You see? Man. And I told you that 420, the 420 date of him getting the crown on the military time, 420 on a clock is 1620. And I told you that 162, the 162nd day of the year is June 11th with a crown. And Elvis died on 8/16. 8/16 is 2016. It's just a backwards number. You see? 1620, 2016. Elvis died in the 20th state. Elvis was born in the 20th state and died in the 16th state. 1620, 2016, 2016, 1620. 42, he died at the age of 42. Dies on 8/16. Like I said, this is a perfect puzzle. You can't get any more perfect than that. And like I said, it's if you look at Elvis's death date and the day Trump gets his head wound on Obama's birthday, Trump gets the head wound. It's, if you add that up, 1620, 2016. If you say it backwards, same thing. And the 16th president was the first president was Abraham Lincoln, and then second president was the 20th president that was assassinated, the 16th and the 20th. You see what I'm saying? And what is this? I don't know why I'm showing this, but because Elvis's backwards birthday is 12/23, because Elvis was born on the 8th day, which would leave 357 days. The 357th day is of the year is 12/23. So from 12/23, Elvis's backwards birthday to 9/11, it's 8 months, 19 days, or 8 months, 20 days. I was just showing you with the 198 connection. That's all. And so what is this? So from the day Elvis died, if you went forward to the next time 6/11 came around, it would be 300 days, which equals 82.19%, and Seattle equals 82.19. So from Elvis's death to the next time 6/11 came around is 82.19%. Seattle equals 82.19. Then if you go from Elvis's death to 2 years later to 6/11, it's 665 days or 666 days in leap year. So you have a 666 connection. And then if you go from Elvis's death to the year Elvis turned 45, because remember, he died at 42, comes back, and now he's going to be dead for 45 years. From 1977 to the year 2023, it's 45 years still, through my predictions, of August 4th, he'll still be 45 years dead. But then when it comes August 16th this year, it'll be 46, but he's still 45 years. But anyway, from Elvis's death to the year 1980, I told you 198 with a crown, and he turned 45 years old that year, Elvis, in 1980. It's 1,031 days to 6/11. And if you go from 10/31, the date, Halloween day, to 6/11, it's 4973 amount of days. If you went forward, the 666 prime is 4973. I'm just showing you all the silly connections, folks. Some of it is just silly stuff, but believe me, it's all connected. All this stuff. So I told you, from Elvis's birthday to the day the Georgia Guidestones were erected, it's 45 years. Because in 1980, 198, remember, 198 with a crown, 1980. He turned 45. So the Georgia Guidestones were 45 years old, and it was on 3/22. I told you Elvis is the head of Skull and Bones. And then from 45 to 42 years when it came down. And I told you Elvis died at the age of 42, and 45 years later, he's now See, it's just backwards, the numbers, that's all. From Elvis's birthday to the day the Georgia Guidestones were erected is 45 years. And then when it came down, the demolition, 42 years. And and it's the same connection here. It's the same thing. So from the day Washington was founded, and Georgia has the George in it, from the day Washington was founded to the day Elvis's birthday came up, it was 45 years. Then from Elvis's birthday to the Georgia Guidestones was 45 years. You get what I'm saying? It doesn't matter which date you use. It either his birthday or 6/11 in that year. It's still going to be 45 years. But anyway, so that's basically it, folks. This was basically just too much information, you know, and that's why it's not going to sink in to a lot of people. It was just way too much information. Anyway, folks, I'm going to end the video. Thanks for hanging out. Any last words before I end the video? Does anyone have any questions or anything? All right. Anyway, yeah, I appreciate everyone's comments, but I don't know. Some of you guys are distracting in the chat, and I told you guys I don't know why you guys do that. What is this conversation about? I don't get it. Why are you guys talking about stuff that's not even? I don't know. It's pointless stuff you guys are talking about. Who is these people you're talking about? Yeah, I appreciate the kind comments. 7, thank you. I appreciate that, Crystal. Janine, appreciate it. Thank you. God bless you and everyone else. Thank you, Jenny. Appreciate it. Oh, is that what it is, Denise? All right. Listen, as long as it's something important, that's fine. But by the looks of the conversation, it didn't look important. That's all I'm saying. But if I missed the first part of it, then whatever. I apologize. But it looked like useless banter. Listen, here's the thing. I understand what you're saying, but what's that oil spill? Look, folks, listen. The reason I'm saying, because I know a lot of people talk about being sick and all that other stuff. Look, the world is coming to an end, all right? We're looking for Jesus to return to come get us, you know, as soon as the beast is revealed, you know, the beast out of the sea. And as soon as Trump gets his head wound and comes back, you don't understand. So, you know, all these worries about what, you know, you're putting in your body and stuff like that. Yeah, you want to try and stay healthy in the last years. I'm not saying don't, but in the long term, you can, you know, I don't know. I don't plan on being here in 10 years. So I'm telling you that we'll be lucky if we live, you know, past the next 6 years here. So, and I don't want to live in this world. It's a stupid world, man. There's nothing fun about this world. You know, all I see is craziness going on. So I'm just saying, I don't know what you guys were really talking about, but no, we're going to make it to 2025. But I'm saying that I would look for Jesus to return around 2026 and a little bit after that. So between 2026 and 2028. I mean, yeah, 2026 and or 2029, between those 3 years. Okay. But basically, just as soon as the beast is revealed, you know time is short. I had more to show on the 198. I just realized that. Somebody was just saying something. Yeah, I think I had that written here. I was there was something here I had written here. I can't believe what did I do here? I just saw this. I forgot to show this. Yeah, there was some more. I'm gonna have to show it in another video. There was some more. All right, folks. Let me see, man. I don't want to do a whole nother video. Let me just see if I can get this out of here. I don't see. I didn't see these cards, so I didn't redo them. So this is gonna be like the rough draft of what I was gonna show. Check this out. Check it out. So, June. So June. Wait a minute. Yeah, I don't know what this is. See, I wasn't prepared for this, folks. I don't think I should show this because I don't even know what I'm talking about. See, I have to look at it first before I know what I don't even know what I'm showing. Sorry. Let me just real quick look at this. No, I can't show it because I have no idea what it is even. I have to look through it and try to figure it out. All right, folks. Sorry about that. God bless all of you, and I appreciate everyone being here. And Jesus is God. End of video.